Do you ever feel like you had to raise yourself? Kind of. Yeah, I get you. So the theme for today is Ichigo. I don't think enough people talk about what it means to actually quote unquote raise yourself because we are support systems to others, but who's there for us? You should never sink in an ocean or drown yourself in an ocean that someone is not saving themselves from. Which means that if someone doesn't want to help themselves genuinely, what the heck do you think you're gonna do? Instead of just waiting for someone to make things right, to help yourself, etc., you are embracing your flaws and you are walking alongside that path. That is something to be proud of. You know what's not something to be proud of? This thing! Sorry, I want gems. I'm bored. If you're someone who has always been listening to other people's vents, other people's blah blah blah, I'm sorry, okay? I know what it's like. And let me tell you, with a big, big, big fat reminder, don't put yourself through that hell, please. I know people are gonna tell you, okay, I wanna listen to people, I wanna do this, but look, I wasted so much of my time listening to people's cliches when they could have literally, no offense, yes offense, dealt with it themselves. Why on earth is my leg aching in the middle of recording? Okay, anyway, I'm fine. Being the kind of person that you want to be to others is hard. Sometimes you realize you are more perceptive to listening. You value it. If someone doesn't ask you how you are, you ask other people because you value it. Some people have a reverse effect, so they feel like, okay, I'm just going to be an a-hole because this person was an a-hole to me, and guess what? Trauma exists. But some people use that against them and just say, you know what? I'm just going to be a good person. Just because I didn't get it doesn't mean other people do. And those people are rare. And those people are honestly very precious. So, do I know where I'm going? Absolutely not. But. No! Why do I. I'm going back to my wish field. Wish field, it makes me happy. It makes me feel free. If you wanted someone who'd always be by your side, you'd have to be that way yourself. And it's not just about treating other people that way, you have to give yourself that treatment as well. If you are someone who's mean to others and mean to yourself, well, we've got a problem. If you're someone who's nice to everyone but yourself, we also have a problem. But if you're someone who can find a middle ground and be a good person to yourself and others, then that's good. Okay? And before people tell me, oh, you can still have self hatred and help, no. You can't help yourself in the long run like that. Because people can actually sense self hatred. That's why a lot of times people avoid others because they can sense it. Okay? I'm holding your hand when I say this, okay? Because I used to literally emit that negativity, that self hatred. People can tell if you don't like yourself. And people don't like to be around people like that. That's the harsh truth. Like, let's say you've been left out. You then look out for people who look like they're left out. You'd be like, okay, do you need a friend? Do you need someone to listen? Because you wanted that. It hurts. It really does. But at the same time, you have the right to have it reciprocated. And that's why you gotta be careful and smart with who you invest that time in. Like with kids, for example, it's natural. They're kids. Okay, we don't want them to be lonely. And when it comes to adults, we also don't want people to be lonely. But not everyone helps themselves, for example. Because we're not in Mary Sue. We're people with our own initiative. We shouldn't be stupid and just let everyone be our friends. It's tough, okay? Because you've always wanted to have something growing up, but you never got it. And that's not easy, okay? And I want to say, whoever's watching this, I'm sincerely proud of you. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you found me. Hi. It's not easy. And if people try to say or downplay it, look, they don't understand. If you have been through immense traumas, if you have been through something so severe, and you still choose to be a good person, props to you, because that is not easy. In a world where we can be influenced to just be mean, that's huge. And you should be proud of yourself. Really. You should be so proud of yourself. Because it's not easy. It's easy to be an a-hole, but to control anger? No one talks about that. So, to anyone who is watching, I want you to know this. I really do care for you. And I'm not saying this as just someone who makes videos, etc. I'm saying this as a human being. People have wronged us. We've wronged others. And maybe we didn't get the support system we needed. And hence we give it to others. It's a beautiful thing, but it's very bittersweet. Because on one hand, we've been through so much. And on the other, at least this person doesn't have to go through what I did. Sound familiar? I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. These are common words from people who often go through traumas and protect others. But you know what? Life doesn't prevent us from being sad. Life doesn't prevent pain. Just because someone learned how to dodge a lesson early, which is amazing, it doesn't mean that they will never have to learn a lesson. They have something else. And hence, that's why we just say, when I was your age, I did X, Y, Z. I did this. I could have done this. All of these things will exist regardless of how old you are or how much knowledge you have. Everyone has something that they have to work on. No one has it easy. Even if someone seems like they have it easy, I doubt it. There's something we can't see. People can say you have it easy because it's easy. It's simple to blame. It's easy to blame. It's second nature to blame. But it's not the right thing to do. So yeah. I just think that this video is definitely catered towards people. Like, that's why I say in my videos, I hope this finds the right person. Because it just is like that, okay? You can't just make everyone watch this video and just be like, oh yeah, this video is for you. No. It's catered towards a very specific audience who have been through what I have, who have been through this. So, if you think about other people, you have to think about yourself as well. If people don't reciprocate, I'm sorry to say this, but you need to find people who do. And if someone doesn't reciprocate, they're not worth your time. But when you be someone like that to yourself, that's when life changes. Like, you want someone who can remind you to do stuff. You want someone who can motivate you. Motivate yourself. And you might be thinking, it won't fill that void. Yes, it won't fill the people void. But there is a void where you're not motivated that you can fill yourself. You know what I mean? So while you can't really fill the social void, you can fulfill the loneliness void by understanding that the solitude that you have is freeing, not restricting. You have to be someone who is precious to you. And it's tough. If no one gave you that love, if no one gave you that companionship, I feel the most of people who didn't have this. Because, of course, there's always the self-explanatory part, because why should people give us the answers? But at the same time, I think a lot of us also forget that there are some of us who are actually used to getting that love, who know how to do things. And then there's some of us who are like, oh, no one taught me how to do X, Y, Z. And I have two opinions for that. So, first of all, okay, oh my god, I forgot which button to press. Wait, 1 second. First of all, I do believe that there are people who are going to make you feel that way. That's a valid emotion. Second of all, I feel like it can be an excuse if you don't learn to change it over time. This ribbon oil? Is this the essence? Oh, we got essence. Yeah, it's painful when you have to be your own support system. But at the same time, it's proof that you can be better. It's proof that you can improve. It's proof that you're strong. You're deserving. And that's how I see it. The kind of person I needed was someone who listened. So what did I do? And besides saying I listened to myself, that sounds stupid, I just said, you know what? I take in my flaws, because that's listening, right? Because if someone listens to me, they'd understand my flaws. They'd understand everything else, X, Y, Z. Oh boy, not these guys. Any gems or anything? Or are they just... let's just destroy them for the funds. Nah, I'm good. But yeah, guys. it hurts, okay? People don't talk about how painful it is to quote unquote raise yourself or reparent yourself, as people say. It's basically unlearning everything you've learned as a kid. Do you seriously think that's easy? It's like believing you're weak for many years, okay? Like everything you see is an active form of weakness. That's how you see life. And then all of a sudden you're teaching yourself how to be strong, how to see things as if you're strong. It's gonna feel weird because you're not used to it. And pardon me if that's not a great example. What I really wanted to talk about the most was, just everything. I don't know how to fudging exit. Ah! Okay, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, I'm been out of the studio for a while, so it's gonna get hard for me to get adjusted and used to this. Please support my coffee page as well. It helps a small creator like me grow and basically gives me hope. Thank you for watching and hope you stay shining.